I'm going to create a keychain using layered vinyl, and I'm going to work with chalkboard sketch, and I'm going to work with this design here that is the speak, and it's a coffee cup. And I'm also going to be working with morning perks, and I'm going to use this design here, but first coffee. So here's the two designs, and I'm going to start cleaning things up. I know that on my keychain I don't want all of this, so I'm just going to select it and delete it. So I'm just selecting and drawing a box over it and hitting delete on my keyboard. And then for but first coffee, we're going to kind of leave it there like that for the moment. So I'm going to work with this cup, and I want to add a little bit of decoration here. So I'm going to go into my custom shapes and choose just regular shapes, and I want this little heart right here. So I'm just going to use the corners to resize him so that it'll fit in here on my coffee cup. And then I'm going to turn it, so this little blue dot right here is a rotating icon, and I can just twist it a little bit to put it where I want it on the cup. So I'm happy with that. Now my keychain is an acrylic circle, and it is 3 inches. So what I want to start with so that I can design within the area and know that it's going to fit, so I'm going to draw me a circle, and to make it be proportionate and not an oval, I'm going to hold down the control, left click, and then I'm going to drag a circle until it's about 3 inches. And then I'm going to select it and double check. So it tells me that it's 3 inches by 3 inches. If you don't have this thing turned on, you can turn it on in preferences. But over in transform, I can also see that it is 3 inches by 3 inches, and that's what I want. Now this is only for reference for me so that I can resize my pieces that I want to put on this keychain. So now I'm going to come in and select my coffee cup, and I'm going to resize that. Again, I'm dragging from the corner so that it will adjust proportionately. So now he fits on my keychain, and I can make him fit the way I want. And again, I want to tilt him just a little so that we can kind of fill in this circle area. And all these letters are different pieces. So I'm going to select just the but. I'm going to bring that in here about like this. And you can see I don't really need to resize this. And then I want to slowly bring in all of these other letters. And this, I'm probably going to need to resize these a little bit. So let me select all of them. And I'm just going to bring them down just a little. Okay. So now I'm going to select each little piece of the letter and drag it over into my design. And again, I'm going to play around with the twisting of the letters. And it's getting kind of tight in here, so I'm going to double click my magnifying glass over here on the left hand side, and that's going to make him a little bigger so that I can see what I'm doing a little better. And now I'm going to go in and change some colors of some things. So I want the but first and the heart to all be the same color. So over here in my layers view, I can scroll down until I can find what I'm looking for. So this has expanded everything, and what I want to do so that I can quickly find what I'm looking for is while I am in my layers window, I'm going to right click and collapse all. Now I can see just the parts that I want, and I'm pretty happy with this. And so now I'm going to make sure that all of this is grouped together and combine it so that it's all one, and I want this one to be all one so that it cuts it as one piece. Now the circle I had there was only there for reference. So now I can just delete that circle. Now I have everything here, and so what I want to do is select it all. You can either draw a box around all of it, or Control A will select everything. Now inside of CraftNCut we have a really cool tool, and it gives me all of my registration marks for my layered vinyl, and I need that because the decal vinyl comes on a paper backing and you can't see through that, so I need some help to be able to line up my pieces. So right here, this little icon is called the layered vinyl registration marks. When I click it, it comes up and I can tell it where I want those registration marks. If I had a long skinny name, I would probably put them along the top. But this is going to be a nice little square, so on the left-hand side is fine, and I'm fine with them being 0.20 inches. And so I'm just going to click OK. And when I do, what it does, you can see in the layers window, is that it gives me my black and my purple. And let me just select one of those and drag it off for you. So it has given me the black piece with the registration marks and the purple piece with the registration marks. Now I'm going to run it through Save to Cut, and I'm going to tell it what cutter I'm using, and then I'm going to tell it that I am cutting vinyl. And I'm going to click Next. And here's where the magic begins with the CraftNCut. This is going to tell me what mat I need to use. If I have to adjust my blade myself, it tells me where to start with the testing to make sure that that's going to work, and the speed and the pressure. So all of that information is there for you. The other thing that gives me is links that will take me directly to videos on how to cut the vinyl and then how to apply it. And it's all built right into the software, so you don't have to hunt for them. And then I'm going to save my file. And for the sake of now, we're just going to give it anything and save it. And what it does is gives me my editable file, my WAF file, and my black file, and my purple file. And it's just going to name it file 1 and 2 because it doesn't know what color vinyl I'm going to use. It also gives you this paper here that if you needed to, you could print this off, and it would have on it all of those same settings so that you could take this to your cutter to be ready to cut your vinyl. And that is how you create layered vinyl.